Far Cry 5 is a massive open world game and debatably the best one in this series, besides Far Cry 3 obviously. And with every massive open world game comes its Easter eggs and mysteries. Is Bigfoot in Far Cry 5? The evidence found so far would lead to a yes. But why haven't we found him yet then? Before we get into that, let's talk about where this all started. There is a prepper stash located in Jacob's region called Gone Squatchin'. That title of the prepper stash itself is already mentioning the Sasquatch, also known as Bigfoot. But there's more to it than just the name of the prepper stash mission. Upon completion, you will be led to a cabin, Dangsky's Cabin. And in here is where players are met with a map of the possible Bigfoot locations, a bunch of X's as well as writing all over the place. We're not sure if the X's mean not there or if it means X marks the spot. It's anyone's guess really. After completing the prepper stash, if you decide to go on an adventure around the location, you will find a bunch of human remains. Some near a cave as well. As well as a life vest hanging from a branch. All this suggesting that Bigfoot has been on quite the diet of human flesh. Now let's talk about that evidence I mentioned besides the prepper stash mission that suggests Bigfoot's in the game. If you go to the Grill Streak in Jacob's region and walk to the right upon fast traveling, you will see a board with a paper showcasing a possible Sasquatch in the area. The text is unreadable, so don't bother trying to read it, but there is a blurry image of a possible Bigfoot on it. Now if we head over to Peach's Taxidermy and walk to your left upon fast travel, you will see the same paper with Bigfoot on it as well. That's not all. If you go right of Ray Ray's pumpkin farm and to this white deer hunting spot, you will see the same paper nailed to a tree, all mentioning how Bigfoot is in the area.
You ain't a Peggy, so you're okay in my books. We'd all starve.
These papers are not exclusive to Jacob's region, but also can be found in Faith's region, and I'm assuming John's region as well. But because the Gone Squatching prepper stash is located in Jacob's region, it's safe to say that this is the region of Bigfoot's location. Are you not convinced yet? Well, head over to the airfield in Jacob's region, and as soon as you spawn in from fast traveling, walk to your left a little bit and you will see a footprint on the ground. I don't know about you, but there isn't a human NPC in this game with a foot that big. That is definitely Bigfoot's footprint. From my understanding as well, this isn't the only footprint location in the game, very similar to the Bigfoot posters. Reddit user Bagel Delivery claims to have found the general location of where Bigfoot might be, and claims it's the bottom left of Jacob's region, stating, "So I overlaid the Bigfoot map with shitty screenshots of the Far Cry 5 map, and most of the activity is in Jacob's region. I'm assuming the X's on the map are dead ends, with the guy who was researching Bigfoot, but the dots are potential areas. I basically copied the map markings on the screenshot if anybody wants to help search for clues and stuff. I mean, Bigfoot has to be in the game. They have his character model in Far Cry Arcade." That leads to my next point. Bigfoot is not in Far Cry Arcade, and this is what confuses the Bigfoot hunters the most. They say he has to be in the game, because he's in arcade mode. That is where you're misinformed. Bigfoot is not in arcade mode. That is the Yeti from Far Cry 4's Valley of the Yetis DLC. Far Cry Arcade uses assets from their other games into arcade mode's map editor. New players to the Far Cry series wouldn't know this, so I can understand the confusion. A simple map search for the term Yeti will show that it is in fact Yeti and not Bigfoot. Also, when you're making a map, the NPC is literally called Yeti. And now that that is all cleared up, back to the possible location Reddit user Bagel Delivery claims Bigfoot is located at. I personally searched high and low. I've tried going everywhere, even to the very edge of the map where the game forced me to go back or it would respawn me. And, well, nothing. I didn't find anything. Maybe it was the time I was searching at, maybe I had to trigger something first in order for him to spawn. I don't know. I had no success with this. The evidence we have leads to a possible Bigfoot, but is he in the game? You'd think someone would find him by now with all the active users playing this game. Also, you'd think someone on PC would check decoding or something to see if Bigfoot is anywhere to be found. But yet, again, nothing. Do I think Bigfoot is in the game? I'm going to have to say no. Not yet, at least. What I think Ubisoft is doing is preparing for a possible live event where we have to hunt Bigfoot. But they leave all these Easter eggs in story mode just to get all these players hyped up so that the community is very active and their user base is not dead. I wouldn't put it past Ubisoft. We had the Yeti in Far Cry 4. We had the Yeti in Ghost Recon's Wildlands, which actually turned out to be a sniper in a white ghillie suit. We also had a Predator boss fight in Ghost Recon's Wildlands, which was really cool. So it's definitely plausible to have Bigfoot in Far Cry 5. But in the future, not in the game right now. Hey, maybe even an It boss fight, as the game has been hinting at that too. We shall see. If you have any other evidence to tell me about, go ahead and leave it in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching Proper Squad. Fatal Steven out. Peace.
I'm going up, up, up.